Well, hello. I am back to continue my series on Google products and how fabulous they are. 101. Disclaimer, I am in no way, shape, or form an expert, but I do use them a lot. I'm a teacher and I use them almost daily. Um, so, my weakest thing is probably going to be Google Sheets. So, it may be faster, it may be slower because I might be figuring stuff out as I go through. So Google Sheets, let's go and create a blank one. It is the equivalent to an Excel spreadsheet. So it is your spreadsheet thingy. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to go test spreadsheet one, and away we go. So here it would be where you would put some, it's spreadsheets are weird. Everybody likes them doing their own different ways. I kind of like mine to have headings and whatnot and who's it for's and all that good stuff. Um, so we're gonna put category one, and you can bold it. Category. Okay, now one thing I did learn. Okay, so um, what I kind of like about this is this little blue bar. You can either drag it here and it's gonna, automatically format things. Here's your undo. I'm gonna click over here. You can drag it this way and it will do the same thing. So there I've done head made my headings and I'm going to bold them. It works just like everything else. You can click on here to select the whole thing and I'm going to make it all bigger. Now the one thing I will say, see how it's not cooperating. Um, there you go, it is it will not, oops, that's a little too big. It will not keep it. So like see how this is a size 18, but then you go here and it says that it's an 18, but it doesn't look like it until you type in it, and that really bothers me. Okay, so there you have your headings. One thing that I am going to show you, as you're putting in information and stuff and sorting, and you want your categories to not get sorted in there. So what I do not know the equivalent to Excel, but what this is called freezing it. So if I wanted to freeze it and it's in a weird place, it's in the view. For me, it's a weird place. I'm going to go to freeze and I'm going to go freeze the first row. So you can have it however many columns down as you want it, or rows down as you wanted to freeze it, but I very rarely do that. And so there, now as I go to sort, I don't have to worry about it. And then you would just put in whatever you would want to put in. Um, bird, snake, whatever. Cat. Oh, because it automatically fills in. All right. Whatever, doesn't really matter. You can then highlight and center. That would be over here. Um, you could center this one depending on what you want to do. You do you, boo. Sometimes I like them centered, sometimes I don't. It just depends on the information. Um, so while we're over here, this is vertical alignment, but this is what do you want it to do when you get something that's too big? Do you want it to wrap and automatically give a new space? So if I keep typing blah, 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 and then, okay, ew, that looks horrible. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to do this, and that's what it was automatically on. Now I'm going to wrap it, and so we'll drop it down, or you can have it get hidden. Personally, for me, I like this one so that you can have all the information that you need there. I'm going to go undo those. Okay, back here. What else as far as this goes? You can print, paint format. I don't even know what that is. All right, so all you math people, if you're an Exchequer or whatever, you could come here and you have your automatic things. I don't do math on these, so just whatever. But there's all of them, you smart people. This means something to you. It does not to me. Um, so, but those are your basic ones. And I have been able to figure out some through process of elimination, and I've been able to do it. So if you need to insert a link, you could go here, insert a comment, insert a chart, all of that good stuff. It's still, just right there. Once again, I'm not the strongest on this. You would share it just like you normally would. Change your settings. Right now, that's me. You could change it to people in the kingdom or anybody with the link. So if I changed it here, you have now options here. You can either make them a commentator or an editor or just a viewer. So if you want them just to proof check it, you could do that. But if you're going to do that, make them a commenter so then they can leave their comments in there and you can fix it and all that good stuff. So there is that. Okay. All right. So now let's look at an example of this with the math in there. Okay. So this is something that I use for school. It's or used to. We've updated and changed it a little bit, but it's just a simple counting money thing. So when you count money, it's already, we built this, and then this doesn't have a formula, but this one does. So if you click on here with the formula, here is where your formula is going to be. So it's going to be B 18 times 100. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And then this would be the same thing, B 19 times 50, because it's a 50. And then you just go down, and then here is your automatic sum, and then your grand total, which I don't know why it's an automatic sum and a grand total. I can't ask that. But so there is that. All right, what else? I really, now I will tell you, okay, it's about to get ugly and you're going to judge me. Do I have my other window open? I do. Okay, so here's, don't judge me. Don't look at that top bar. I live my life that way and it's okay. All right, so here's an example that we did with the Glen Olive Grand Chefs. So we wanted to know what they were going to be making. We needed to know if it was recorded, if I had edited yet. We needed to know their emails, a preferred date that they would do, and then other comments about your segment. So that's another version of it. And then you can go in and you can highlight and you can figure out what's works and what's whatever. And you can make it fancy, and that's just your regular, ordinary little old spreadsheet. All right. And then, and if you saw my one on Google Forms, you could see how it can, oh, this is a big one. This is the inventory. Okay. So this is the inventory for the SCA that I helped Mistress Kathleen do, or Countess Kathleen. I don't know, but anyway. So there's the full inventory. Then we divided it into the boxes. So this is her stuff. It means stuff to her. So where's all the stuff? And then it keeps going and it keeps going and it keeps going. Okay, so that's very fancy. So you can add different pages to your whole thing. And once again, if I would want it to be the same thing either way, click on it and okay, it automatically added it. So that didn't work, but you could copy and paste it that way. So it's going to automatically do things. If it didn't have a number like this one, it would just copy the words. Okay. And the reason that it was counting is because it thinks it wants you to automatically do that. So if I was going to print, right, you have options here with printing. You have the current sheet, you have the whole workbook, or you just have the cells. So the whole workbook would be 20 pages long, and you can see what it looks like there. fit within your width, fit to height, fit to page, all your basic stuff. But you do have, you know, what do you want it to print, which is a handy dandy thing. And I know most things do. That's probably not earth shattering to anybody. And I don't know that I'm going to give you anything earth shattering today. Okay, so as I was editing this, I realized I forgot to tell you how to sort your columns, but you can. You can either do it by one of the columns or you can do it by multiple ones. Like it could be the name and then the item and then the location. So you can sort it, you go to the data and it's really easy to figure out if I need to. I'm probably going to do another one for sheets because somebody asked me to do something else with that. So look for that. Sorry, I forgot. The only thing that I will say is that there is a really cool extension. Once again, if you watched my Google Forms, so when you fill out a Google Forms, you can automatically make a Google Sheet. And then from your Google Sheet, you can connect that to your Google Docs using the extension or add-on called Autocrat. That is a whole another ball game. But I will tell you that with Autocrat, blah, 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 uh, it can connect it automatically and let you import into documents that you've created that it automatically fills it in, which is very, very handy. So you could connect your form to your sheet to your documents. And with a click of a button on the Google form, this letter was automatically created. And then all they have to do is go in and print it out, basically, which I think is really cool. Now, it also does have, um, this is the sheet, okay, um, which I went in and I've added some stuff. So it automatically made this first sheet. But then with that extension, that add-on called Autocrat, it has the letters and stuff here. So this was just a test one that I did um, for me. Um, but once again, I filled out the form and it automatically filled in anything that I needed it to fill in, which is really, really cool. And that's a neat thing from Google Form. Once again, I don't know a whole lot about Google Forms because Google Sheets, um, because I don't really use it except to gather data on my Google um, Forms. I mean, I do use it. Technically, I can pull up. Maybe I can pull it up. Don't judge me. Once again, don't judge me. Let me see if I can come in. Why aren't you coming here? Oh, because it's making me okay. Bloop. Um, let's see if I can pull up my. So I do use it a lot. My drive. Let me go here so that I can um, show you. I'll cut out some of this stuff. Um, so currently, right now, I do all my lesson plans on there. Um, and so those are all the classes that I teach. And then, so Film in America, here's all this. So you can do drop downs in there. If you have like a form that you're supposed to fill, or if you're supposed to do something on a spreadsheet, you can put in um, drop down information and you would do that in the format and then conditional formatting things. You would click on it. That is not correct. I haven't done it in a hot minute. Uh, data, data, data validation. That's it. So it would be here, and you can do it a lot of different ways from a list of items, number, text. I haven't played with a whole lot of check boxes. That could be fun to play with. But that basically, a list is just a drop down. I'm not sure what that would look like. But you can, and then you enter your stuff over there. So there's a lot to play around with. yeah, so that's kind of Google Sheets. They are amazing as well. I could share this with anybody. I actually technically bought this one off of Teacher Pay Teacher because I'm addicted to Open Tabs and Teacher Pay Teacher. Um, yeah, I think, ladies and gentlemen, that's from what I know, it works just like Excel, except that you can share it with people, and you can. Um, I don't know Excel either, so yay, Dot on this one. If you have any questions, if I can't answer it, I'll figure out somebody who can. Let me know. All right. You have a great day. Dot out.